to another theatre vlog. Today I'm with Shaun. We are doing a two-show day.
As you can tell if you recognise our outfits, matching what we've worn before.
All the same. We went to see Everybody's Talking About Jamie this afternoon, so that'll be a whole different vlog. And tonight we are going to the Southwark Playhouse to see the Rink. We booked this so long ago.
Literally when booking opened. Yeah,
as soon as it opened we booked it. I don't know anything about the Rink, so I don't know why, but something about it I was like, we need to see this. And already it's been open like a week, I think. Already it's had like really good reviews, and the people that we know that have seen it have loved it, so hopefully. Oh, I think it's because Caroline O'Connor was announced. That's why we booked it, I think.
Yeah, because we thought it was going to sold out.
Yeah, and it has been pretty busy, not completely sold out. But we just had some food across from the theatre. There's like a little street food market, which neither of us have been to. That was really nice, definitely would recommend, though the inside bit was boiling hot, so...
yeah, it was like, I guess because they're cooking a load of food.
Yeah, so if it's a warm day, not ideal, but we stood outside, it was nice, and yeah, now we're heading over to the theatre. What was that face?
I thought you were going to say something else, so I was just waiting, sorry.
It's the interval. I'm really tired today.
It's so uncomfortable. I mean, you probably noticed I would not stop moving. It was so uncomfortable to sit in there.
Fidgety.
Oh, I had to keep sitting forward and back.
Yeah.
And I honestly was so intensely, you know when you're so like bloated and warm and tired,
yeah.
And it was all like so here
a lot.
That I honestly just wanted to like run out. Like it was so uncomfortable.
At least it's nice and cool.
And then near the end of the first act, I got a bit. An hour out here, I'm like, oh, I need to just have a breather. It was quite tough. The show, though, brilliant. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah. And I wish I felt more comfortable so I could be more. In, you know, I feel like it's a bit tainted.
That's the thing. When the Southwark Playhouse is like pretty full, like I don't think there's like 2 or 3 seats left. There's 2 seats right in front of us. I think if they're empty, I might move into one of them, and then we can both spread out a little bit, maybe.
Have a bit more space.
But that's the thing. When it's full at the Southwark Playhouse, like it's not comfortable because they're just very like basic chairs.
Especially in the summer when it's going to be warm.
Yeah, and you don't. I thought it was going to be a lot warmer, to be fair, because it's been like quite a warm day today. I haven't looked at the temperature.
It must feel warm for me then. I honestly felt like someone had a heater in front of my face. Like, it was really intense.
I've been feeling okay, but
a fan or something. Give me some aircon.
Yeah. I've been thinking that recently. I need to get like one of either a little fan, like, or one of the like little the little battery operated ones, just to do like pre-show and interval to like cool down, because as it gets hotter, sometimes it's unbearable. Anyway, enough about the conditions. Did you know anything about the show?
Yeah, I do know the show before I got in, so I knew about it before it was announced as well.
Yeah, so. I'm really enjoying it. It's 100% not what I expected, really.
What did you expect?
I don't know. I just the way the story is being like set up and everything, with the kind of like
it's very simple.
Split.
There's not much to it.
Timeline and everything, like
it's very fun.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, they have a split timeline as well, and it's also about a building,
which I'm really enjoying actually. And it's funny because I was thinking about shows that do this the other day for some reason.
That do
like the split timelines.
Did you ever see a play? It was by Frantic Assembly, and it was called Love Song. Love Song or Love Story? I think it was Love Song. People will be looking down there like, oh no. No, I think it was Love Song.
I don't know.
You would have put it here, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll find it.
It was did you ever see it? Did you know of it?
Don't think so.
There was a Frantic Assembly play. We saw that. Where?
Yeah.
In Lyric Hammersmith, I think.
Wouldn't have seen it. Not been to that venue.
I did a monologue from it as like an exact like a G6. I chose, my friend and I were interested in it. We chose a monologue from it in whenever, 15 or 16 or something. Yeah. Anyway, that show is a physical theatre piece. It's told entirely through a couple like flipping between almost younger and older.
Oh, nice.
And like going through both their timelines at once. It's almost a bit like the logic of the last 5 years.
Yeah, and
but instead of going like someone going one, someone going the other, instead of like that, the other side of it is a younger couple going through their timeline as well.
A show that I saw not recently, you didn't see it. It was Some Lovers at the Suite at the Palace as part of the Page to Stage. They did that as well. 2 couples, 1 present, 1 past.
Kind of this Follies, Love Song, whatever that was, Love Story. That's the most prominent one I remember, because Love Story is all about the jumping between.
If you know any more,
I'm sure we'll come up with loads now.
Because
I'll be racking my brain through Act 2 now to try and think of more.
Yeah, I'm just really interested in that sort of setup of a show, and especially in such a small venue as well, like to make that work. But I'm really enjoying how they're like lighting it to make those changes.
I think they do it in Carousel as well at the end, I believe.
I don't know. Carousel,
I was in a production of Carousel, and I believe I played the younger. No, I didn't. No, it was someone's son. No, it was someone's son. Sorry. I think it was someone's son.
Yeah.
I don't remember that show. I remember the school, but I don't remember the story too well. I believe it was someone's son. Sorry, take it back.
Yeah. I'm just really enjoying it, and it's funny, like I was trying to think at the start, because we were talking about the fact that it seems like they've added an extra row, but I don't think they have. I think it's just because of the set, in the way it looks, like the space.
It's hard because the space changes so frequently.
Yeah.
It's hard to know what
and
is the standard size.
They can have the same number of seats, they can have the same rows, etc., but it looks completely different. Because I was thinking in my head, obviously the last thing I saw here was
Alive?
Pippin. No, here, I've seen loads of stuff here. Yeah, Pippin. I saw Banana Man at the start of the year here, and I think, like, I was trying to picture in my head, like, okay, so take away that structure of the rink and then add in the thrust that Pippin had, and I was like, actually no, I think it is the same. So it's funny, the perception of it, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like it was bigger at other times, but then I feel like it was really big when it was Dogfight. But maybe there were less seats.
Yeah, I feel like they might have
seats.
taken out a couple of rows for that, because that just seemed huge, and that didn't necessarily need that, I don't think. The space.
Perhaps not.
Which is interesting.
With Jane Moscato's now in Heathers. Now a song. You know a song for a show for even seen? Oh, we actually have seen it.
Workshop.
I forgot we saw the workshop.
And we're seeing that next week. Don't know if this vlog will be up by then, who knows? Probably will. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I'm really intrigued to see how they're going to do Act 2, especially because I'm pretty sure some skates are going to come out, so that's going to be
I hear about tap dancing skating,
yeah.
so I'm quite intrigued by that, especially in the space.
Yeah.
That's what I first saw when we saw it.
The ensemble are great as well. I didn't realise it was just going to be like the 2 like leading ladies and then just a male ensemble. I didn't realise that was going to be the case.
It makes, as someone who knew the score already and I knew of the production history and stuff, I didn't, it's a bit like, I think when we saw The Life I said the same thing, a show that I knew a lot about before it began, but of course they're both quite underappreciated shows, so I don't know anything other than maybe a couple of performance videos and then the score. It puts a lot in context when you see scores, but I mean, you wouldn't know because you don't listen to scores in advance, but it puts a lot of, you're like, oh, because of course, so especially with these kind of ones where it's like very story heavy, then you're like, oh,
Did you picture it being like a massive ensemble then, like with different characters?
No, it's some of the story actually. Some of the bits are like, oh, that's what happens then. Like that's what that song's about. That's where that song's set.
The visual context.
Yeah, and the scale of it, and different bits really. It just looks different in your head, of course. And sometimes you listen to a song and you don't understand the story that's being told because, of course, you don't have a visual to it, and it's a lot of being like, ow, and you're like, what happened? So, but yeah, it makes a lot more sense. Yeah, definitely, it's a bit different.
Well, I'm glad, and I'm really excited for Act 2. And Megan Hilty is here as well.
Yeah, Megan Hilty, Queen.
Really want to like
bring back Smash.
Yes, bring back Smash. Oh, that would be my life complete if they brought back Smash with Megan Hilty. If they don't bring it back
with the original cast, which is no point in doing. 10 minutes.
Right. Anyway, we're gonna probably go back in now. Probably drink loads more water, rehydrate, and catch up with you after the show.
rink, I think. If you wanna go around with me, we're gonna go around the rink. We're gonna go around the rink, there's something to beat the rink, I think. I'm gonna go around with you, we're gonna go around the rink. We're gonna go around the rink, there's something to beat the rink, I think. I'm gonna go around with you, we're gonna go around the rink.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the chatty section of the vlog. As you saw, I recently revisited the Southwark Playhouse to see their production of The Rink. This is a new musical for me, and if you don't know me, I like to go into new musicals or musicals I don't know. I like to go in cold, basically. I don't want to know anything about it. I don't want to hear anything from it. There's not many people that are like me. Most people like to know as much as possible beforehand, but there's something about me where I would like to just see it all live for the first time. So that was the same for The Rink. First of all, I just want to talk about this gorgeous programme. I love a good programme, and I found that recently actually the best programmes that I've had have been from the Fringe. So I think this one's really nice. There's a couple of adverts. There's a Bat Out of Hell one on the back. There's a couple in the front covers and the back covers, but I just think it's stunning. It's got really nice production photography, rehearsal photos, and then as well, I love this one. There we go, you can not really see too much, but yeah, I love these photos. I just think they're gorgeous. So shout out to whoever was producing the programs because it's lovely. Thank you very much. And they're always really cheap on the Fringe as well. I think that was £4. Just makes me happy. Affordable programs that are actually good. I love it. So my reasoning for booking The Rink, first of all, is because I have the Southwark Playhouse's pay-as-you-go subscription service, but basically you pay, I think I paid £60, and then you can get 5 tickets from that. And so it works out that the tickets would be £12, which is nice and cheap, and it doesn't expire, so you can use them whenever. I think I've used most of mine now, but yeah, I booked the Rink tickets pretty much when they went on sale or when they announced that Caroline O'Connor was going to be in the show, because I saw Caroline O'Connor on Broadway last September in Anastasia, and I thought she was absolutely fantastic. I thought she was hilarious and brilliant. So when it was announced that she was going to be doing this show at the Southwark Playhouse, I was like, hell yeah, I am going to want to see that show. The Southwark Playhouse productions are generally very good as well, so I thought I'd rather book now, make sure we've got some nice seats and go and see it. And Shaun mentioned that he really wanted to see this as well, and obviously if I can go to the theatre with Shaun, I will. So Shaun knew about the show from the cast recording. I obviously knew nothing. As you can probably tell from the title of the show is about a rink, and that rink is closing down. They're going to demolish it. And so throughout the course of the show, we find out why that's the case and why the owner, Anna, wants to close it down. We find out about the history of the pier that it's on and the relationships that have been had there and the dramas. There's always drama. And her daughter comes back. Caroline O'Connor plays the role of Anna, and then Gemma Sutton plays the role of Angel, her daughter, and they are a fantastic duo on stage. And also the casting is brilliant because they look so similar as well. You could genuinely mistake them to be mother and daughter. So that was amazing, but they worked so brilliantly together. There's a lot of tension in their relationship because Angel had left quite a long time ago, and you get the vibe that these characters are so similar that it's very easy for them to kind of pick stupid little fights. So those are the two main characters, Anna and Angel, and then in the show as well we have an ensemble of males, and they play multiple roles throughout the show. For the most part they are the crew that are coming in to demolish the rink, but also the show flashes back quite a lot, and we kind of get this thing of sort of multiple narratives going on because you've got the present and the past. So at various points the guys transformed into different characters, not even visually. It was very clever storytelling in terms of you just kind of knew when suddenly you'd jumped back many years And I really enjoyed this way of telling the story, as I know Shaun and I spoke about in the interval. I think it's a really hard one to get right, especially in a very small space where there's not a huge amount that you can change quickly. It's not like you could rotate a set or, you know, do a quick costume change. That's one of the beautiful things about the Southwark Playhouse and Fringe in general. When they do things very effectively, you know it's been done actually very simply, and that makes it even more impressive. So one of the things I really enjoyed was the lighting feature that they had on the ceiling, and that would change colour a few times here and there to kind of dictate that we jump back in time, or I'm making it sound cheesier than it was. It was a very clever thing to use. The lighting was definitely a strong way in kind of telling the audience, like, right, we are back in time now, and now we are back in the future or the present. So I really enjoyed that. It was so wonderful and surreal to see someone like Caroline O'Connor in such a small venue, really, really up close, and it's nice to see that someone like her actually works well with such a small audience as well. I think that she was just fantastic in this role, really well suited to it. There's a lot of like snarky humour, and her character when I saw her in Anastasia was very humorous there as well. So it's not that that was what I was expecting from her, but it was nice to see that humour can be versatile and changed for different approaches, different scenarios. It was just really a pleasure to see her in such a small space and to see her really enjoying it as well. I believe the last thing I would have seen Gemma Sutton in was Gypsy, and again, it was so wonderful to see her in a small space. She just absolutely blew me away. She's a phenomenal actress, and gosh, some of the facial expressions that she was pulling out, I mean, honestly, looks could kill at certain points. And because of where we were sat in the Southwark Playhouse on one of the aisles, obviously they used those points as kind of the moments of looking off wistfully. So there were some points where it felt like she was looking right at me, and it was terrifying at some points, I won't lie. Oh, her eyes are so powerful in storytelling, and I know that sounds weird, but if you see the show, hopefully you'll see what I mean. So as I mentioned, there were 6 males in the ensemble, and they really do kind of like prop up everything that's happening in the show. If there were any kind of like big moments of choreography, and yes, there is a roller skating tap dance number which blew my mind. Honestly, I couldn't believe it, and some people gave it a standing ovation as well. It was very overwhelming, and I was very scared for lots of legs on the front row. But yeah, the ensemble are just fantastic in sort of moving the show where it needs to be, and obviously jumping in to become those different characters at any given moment. I just thought that was really fantastically done, especially from Stuart Clark, who played the role of Dino, who was Anna's husband and Angel's father, because he was a bit of a hot mess, to be honest, and to see Stuart portray him in that way of being like trying to be a father and then being angry at Anna because of their marital situation, and you know, just going through a real revolving door of emotions. He did that really well and was very believable. I know it sounds stupid, but you know, he got really angry at some moments, and I feel like I was genuinely terrified, so let alone how the character of Anna felt. It was just brilliant acting. I think that's what I'm trying to say. I'm just waffling on, but it was brilliant acting. It was really nice to see Jason Winter in this cast. He's another familiar face, and he's just such an amazing dancer, so I love when he gets to show that off. He's literally got legs for days. So yeah, he was mainly the one that I was worried about accidentally hitting someone, because honestly, him on roller skates, and gosh, they were doing some moves, and I was just watching his legs like, Jason, don't injure someone, please, for the love of God. So, oh God, it's just such a good show. The music's really fun as well. I wouldn't say I'm overly familiar with Candour and Ebb. I don't like sort of actively listen to their stuff, but gosh, there are some very catchy tracks in this show, and there's one part in particular that I've had just completely stuck in my head because it mimics the music of like a carousel, you know, like a merry-go-round. So it's genuinely been going round and round and round in my head But no, I really enjoyed it. I totally get why everyone's raving about it as well. I really enjoyed this show. I thought it was really well done, and especially considering the way the story goes and the way they use the space, I think it's really creative. Oh, just wonderfully done. I would love to know if you've been to see The Rink at the Southwark Playhouse. If you have, please do leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you've enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more of me in the future. I make a lot of theatre videos, so if you enjoy that, then hopefully you'll want to stick around. I hope you're all doing really well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!